They have the Ace Attorney official manga in my law library. I am crying.
Objection!
Your Honour, something is amiss here. As you're probably aware, library materials are labelled with barcodes as well as a number to determine their location on the shelf as per the Dewey Decimal System. The books just to the left of the manga are labelled, as are the DVDs, just in view of the lower shelf. Look even closer behind these shelves and you'll see that even those books are labelled. Ladies and gentlemen of the courtroom, I invite you to take a closer look at the volumes that are allegedly part of this law library. Something is missing from the spines, isn't there? Where are the barcodes? This is a blatant contradiction. The OP is lying. These volumes cannot, therefore, be a part of this library at all. I propose that they simply bought these materials in themselves for the sake of the joke.
Objection!
Only focusing on one aspect and not the whole of the issue, are we, Mr. Wright? Typical. Your Honour, if you bring your attention to the books just to the left of the manga, you'll notice there is a book, the second to the left, that also does not have a barcode. If you examine the picture even closer, particularly the DVDs below, you'll see they bear barcodes, but not on the spines. No, they have them on the back and or front of the DVDs. Of course, this method of labelling and organising isn't limited to products of the film industry alone. Therefore, I'd like to propose that it is entirely possible that these manga books do, in fact, belong to the library. What? You're kidding? Shoot, he's got me there. Better think of something fast. Something about the books that sets them apart from... I've got it. While that may be true, you have also overlooked one critical error. The titles of the books. Whether or not your hypotheses regarding the labelling system is correct, these titles aren't alphabetized correctly. What kind of self-respecting librarian would misplace such vital books? Well, Edgeworth?
Hold it!
While it pains me to have to point out something so obvious, I suppose I'll make an exception for you, Wright. Clearly, one look at the titles of the books next to the manga is a tell-all of this certain library's less than stellar organisation skills. None of the books are in alphabetical order, I'm afraid. They could very well be alphabetised by author and not title, but it's a little difficult to be able to decipher that from the single picture, wouldn't you say? Furthermore, the manga books themselves are in numerical order, suggesting some kind of system is in place, albeit not a very good one if the alphabetizing is off. At the end of the day, it seems like neither of us can draw a clear conclusion from this evidence alone. Your Honour, I strongly suggest a recess in which we can investigate this library itself further. I see the issue here very clearly. Due to the uncertain nature of this case, we'll have to postpone this decision until more decisive evidence can be obtained. The court will now take a 15-minute recess. Wait, but I'm not... Wait, I've got some decisive evidence for you, pal. We investigated further into the photo. Zooming in, you can see a label on the DVD case to the bottom left. As you can see, pal, you can vaguely see the words of Toledo Law Library on the label. And, considering the possibilities of the rest of that label, University of Toledo was the first that come to mind. A quick search on the University of Toledo's online law library database revealed that there are comics pictured in it.
Miles Edgeworth Ace Attorney Investigations Volumes 1 to 4, and Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Volumes 1 to 5. And there's more. The section these comics are filed under is Law in Popular Culture, which matches up with the stickers on the rest of the books on the shelf. Lowering the Bar, Lawyer Jokes and Legal Culture, Primetime Law, Lawyers in Your Living Room, and Real Justice, The Courtroom Goes to the Movies. Not only is it in the right section, it's also a documented part of the Laws Library database. Now how's that for decisive evidence?
Objection!
It's true that the books are immediately in the library, but look at the books that are immediately next to it on the left side. Specifically, the one that's titled Lowering the Bar, Lawyer Jokes and Legal Culture. Therefore, the shelf is clearly on the culture surrounding the law itself and popular culture related to the legal world. I hardly think it's odd to see the Ace Attorney manga as an example of either humour in the legal world or popular culture relating to the law. Oh, I guess you have a point there. Hey, wait a minute, pal. Don't go pulling the wool over me eyes here. The University's library's online database clearly shows that the comics are filed under the Law in Popular Culture. See? It doesn't matter whether them comics are related to the section or not. They've been listed under it in this library, and that's note but the truth. And since they're filed under Law and Popular Culture, they're in the exact right place they're supposed to be. The books next to those comics have little stickers that say Law Pop Culture on them. That proves the books are on the shelf meant for the Law and Popular Culture books. You can't fool me so easily, pal. Oh, I'm not disputing the fact the library owns them, but rather the significance of the original testimony in light of this fact. Recall the witness clearly stated, they have the Ace Attorney official manga in me law library, I'm crying. However, as we just learned, they are in a section explicitly dedicated to depictions of the law in popular culture, which perfectly makes sense. So let me ask you, why'd the witness act like seeing the manga in that particular part of the library was such a big deal? I'll tell you why. The witness has been deliberately misleading this court the whole time.
Objection!
And who are you, Her Justice, to say how the human heart can or cannot act? It's definitely a fact that the witness is a fan of the Ace Attorney, and that's where your claim falls apart. You'd be more surprised to see a picture of your big forehead in the newspaper than a picture of me, Nine.
Hold it!
Maybe I can help with this. Your Honour, the defence requests a short therapy session for the witness. The witness stated, I am crying, which means she must be exhibiting some sort of surprise at seeing the novels. But there is discord in her voice.
Got it!
You say that you were crying when you saw the novels, but is that really true? Because you didn't feel any surprise when you saw them. In fact, you exhibited no emotion at all. Therefore, Your Honour, this backs up the defence's argument that the witness is clearly lying. I would like to step forward as a librarian and witness on behalf of those books being in the library, exactly where they should be. And I would like to call into question the attorney's knowledge of library call number organisation. You see, no self-respecting library outside of lower education schools would use the Dewey Decimal System. And this law library clearly loses the Library of Congress call number system, a system of organisation that would put comics and manga in approximately the PN6900 X000 year range. The X000 being a stand-in for most likely the author's last name, initial, or the book title initial and a number, and the year referencing the publication date. These books are right where they should be, as you can see next to them a book labelled PN 1995 and so on. Also, it is in fact common practice to label the cover of a book as opposed to the spine when the spine is too thin, as well as putting the barcode inside the back cover to protect it from damage. Also, books are organised by subject and not by title, so the lack of alphabetical order is absurd evidence of nothing. The importance is that they are in a call number order according to the Library of Congress call number system they clearly use.
That's enough. I see no reason to prolong this sketch, and I will now declare my verdict.